Hey everybody, let's talk about January TBRs and 2025 goals, but first, some coffee. Hey everybody, my name is Sophie, the Bookish Floor. Welcome back to my channel. So, in fact, it is January, and yeah, if you are wondering why is it January, Sophie, and you still have your Christmas lights, you still have your trees, it's because, well, I'm Mexican, and here we still have one more day to celebrate, and it's January 6th, which is today. Technically, it was between yesterday and today. We have Reyes, Dia de Reyes, in which the three wise men, the tres Reyes Magos, los tres Reyes Magos, come and bring gifts to those who either leave a box of like a shoe box, or your shoes in the windowsill, or in our case, we leave them under the tree. And three wise men, los tres Reyes Magos, they give a gift to the kids. So if you guys have seen any type of like nativity movie, you have seen the three wise men. No, even though in our house we are not particularly any religion, we don't practice any religion, we're not affiliated to any religious group. We do partake in any and every holiday where magic is celebrated, delivered, and we can make it special for little reader. And yes, the three wise men do visit our house too. So today is the last day that we have a Christmas related celebration, and today everything is coming down. So today will be the last day that you see the decorations here. So yeah, that is why I haven't taken them down, and I couldn't wait any longer for me to film this video. And I actually wasn't waiting, I was just taking my very I was gonna say well deserved, but I don't think you have to earn your rest. I just wanted to take my rest in December. I decided to just really take advantage of the vacation time and rest, and not do anything, and not go full force into videos. I know that a lot of people have been posting their videos. I have been watching, resting and watching. I love watching everybody's videos. I am not one of them who is gonna be doing that. After the pandemic, I really decided to prioritize how I was feeling, because I was going nuts during that time, and I decided no more. So whenever I feel like I need rest, I take it. I don't ask questions, I simply follow whatever I am feeling, and that has helped me balance my life a lot. Yeah, there are a lot of things that are going awry right about now, like my house is a mess, but today is the day that we are all going back to our activities. And yeah, we are all rested and ready for the new year. There's no rule that says that January 1st you have to start. January 6th is just as good a time as any, and if it's January 8th or January 10th for you, that again, good as any. And any of your goals are good for you to have and to start whenever you decide. And yeah, today we are gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about my TBR for January, and I'm gonna talk about my goals for this 2025. Okay, so let's get started after that very long introduction. Goal number one for 2025, it's gonna be to read 120 books. So 2 years ago, my goal was to read 100 books, and I was able to achieve that goal. Last year, I decided to not push myself too much and just add one more book per month. So my goal went up to 112 books a year, or for that year. And some months were really bad. Like, I always have to assume that some months are going to be great and some months are going to be bad, because that's just how life is. And yeah, some months were great, some months were not that great. And I knew there was going to be a challenge that was going to allow me to get to that goal. However, I thought I was going to surpass it. And by the end, when I was starting to feel a little burned out, I decided, like I said before, I have decided to not push myself whenever I don't feel like it. I simply don't feel like it. I don't want to get burned out. I don't push myself to the point where I get burdened down, and then I have to go away because I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to do my goals anymore, or I don't want to read anymore, or whatever my goal is. I don't want to do it anymore because I'm burnt out. I simply, whenever I feel like it's too much, I simply stop whatever I'm doing in order to rest and then continue. So when I was feeling like this is gonna be too much, and if I push myself, I might regret it. I decided to stop that challenge, and I decided to simply be incredibly mindful and purposeful about the last book that I read in 2024. And I really took about a week with that book, a week or even 2 weeks to finish that book. And I really absorbed everything from that book and took it really, really slow with that book. And I'm really glad I did that for the last couple of weeks of 2024. So I ended up reading 112 books exactly. So for 2025, when deciding if I wanted to do that again, maybe go down, maybe go up, I decided that yes, in fact, I think I can go up. I just have to distribute my challenges a little bit better, not push myself so much at the end, and also change a little bit the way that I select my books. So in previous years, as you guys know, this is a channel where I read diversely, and I decided to pick the cultural commemorative months that the United States celebrate each month, or that they honor each month. That way I can look for authors from that particular culture background and diversify my read, and also talk to you guys about those authors while that particular month is going on. So I do that. However, when doing that, sometimes a lot of the voices or a lot of the stories that come to the forefront are really heavy, and that can put me a bit in a, not a slump, but in a heavy, sad mood, because obviously a lot of the stories can be about incredibly important but difficult topics. So I decided that I still want to continue that, but I'm definitely gonna look for more joyful stories and those diverse voices, because although the struggles and the hardship to get to where they are now are important to acknowledge and recognize, it's also their joy and them being proud of their culture. It's also something important. Maybe also emphasize a little bit more of the diversity in different genres, not just in fiction or lit fic, which can be a little bit heavy, maybe in fantasy or romance, different things like that. And also I'm gonna pick less numbers of books from that particular theme, and maybe go a little bit more by mood. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, if you don't, you should, because my list is already up there. My picks for this month, I picked 2 from diverse authors with that specific theme. In January, they don't have a specific cultural heritage month, so I just pick, usually I pick like starting over books and stuff like that. So I scrapped that theme this year. So I just picked 2 diverse authors from diverse backgrounds. I pick a book in Spanish. That is a goal that I'm trying to accomplish since last year, to at least read 1 book in Spanish, because most of my reads are in English. Read 1 book in Spanish. I picked 1 book from my physical TBR, which is this, and then I picked nonfiction. So those are gonna be like the books that I'm gonna be picking by month. So contemplating that I want to read 120 books this year, it means that I have to read about 10 books. So considering my picks for my TBR this month, so my pick for the month, my TBR is gonna be 6 books. My established, my set TBR is gonna be 6 books, and then I'm gonna leave 4 books that I can either add to challenges or book clubs that I'm doing with other creators. or that I'm doing with friends, or mood reads that I really want to. Sometimes I want to read a certain book, but I already have a set list of a TBR or a challenge that I'm doing, and I have no opportunity to read that particular book, and it kind of just goes into the sideline, and all year it stays there, and I don't have a chance to read it. So right now I'm doing a set list of 6 books for my TBR, and the other 4 books are definitely gonna be whatever I feel like reading this year. So then maybe I get a little bit of more now I was gonna say enjoyment, but I enjoy everything that I pick because I'm not someone that is reading for trends or clicks or anything like that. I read whatever I wanna read. So I enjoy everything, but definitely it gives me even a little bit more freedom to, oh, you know what, I just wanna listen to this or pick that one up, or just read maybe, like I said, a manga or a comic or whatever it is that I wanna read this time. So with that being said, 120 books this year, 10 per month. Okay, so we have 2 diverse author, a nonfiction, a mood read, a book from a book in Spanish, and a book from my physical TBR. So as you guys know, I do have a small local local online and also on a consignment shop. I have a little bookstore, used bookstore here, and I do have to go and shop and curate what I have. And when I do that, I obviously look for books for myself, inevitably, and I do pick up a couple of things. So I am picking up things that I do want to read, and I want to start doing that, integrating that into my reading list. Last year I did my TBR jars, which are somewhere hidden in there, and honestly those were kind of a flop because what I did is I put them in the jar. I put my pending TBR from 2023 and my hauls, books that I have been buying from 2023, and because I had to pick randomly, it was never something that I wanted to read. It's something that was kind of forced upon me by luck, by the gods. And I never wanted to do it. I think I finished a couple of them, and honestly by the end of the year I was picking a lot of books from the themes and from challenges and things like that, that I kind of put those away and never look back. And that didn't work for me. I quickly realized that even though it's cute to pick a something from the jar, and a lot of people do it for their videos, it doesn't work for me if I'm forced to read them. I'm gonna go ahead and insert all of my physical TBR into like a library, but I'm definitely picking whatever I want. I'm not gonna pick from a jar. I'm deciding which one of my books from my physical TBR I'm actually gonna do it. I'm not gonna do a game or a roulette or anything like that. Whenever that happens, I feel like I'm forced to read something that I don't actually want to read. I know that it's fun for a video, but I don't want to do it. Maybe I'll do it a couple of times. I actually wanted to create a board game this year. I know that a lot of people do that, and that seems so much fun for other people, but honestly a lot of times people add them to their TBRs and they end up not reading them. It's for fun for a video, but whenever they do like the wrap up, I see that they're not reading them, because again, you don't pick it because you want it, you pick it because it's luck. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna torture myself with that. The only one that I see successfully doing that, because she does it for a full blog, like read it on haul it kind of thing, is Emily Fox. And she like does like a full week of picking from the jar, and I love it because she's like, no, I don't want to read it, and she puts it back in the jar. So I think that's interesting. Like maybe I'll do that for like a blog or something like that, where this week I only read from my physical TBR, and I'll insert them all in like either a jar or like a roulette or something on an app, and picks. Maybe something like that will work, like something for fun, but not every month. So anyways, that those are gonna be my set TBR. And yeah, so and that's pretty much my goal for reading. It's gonna be reading 120 books a year, try and read 10 books a month, 6 that is from my set TBR, 4 that I'm gonna be rereading just because I want to, try to participate in challenges not each month, but I know that I have my set summer win in July that I like doing, following Gabby from Gabby Reads. That is so much fun. If you guys don't know Summer Wing, go ahead and check Gabby's YouTube. That is so much fun. I love doing that. And yeah. And then I did my book math challenge in December, and I really liked that one. So I think I'm gonna do that, but not as extreme as I did it this year. It was the first time this year, and I think it was pretty extreme, so I'm not gonna do it like that this year. Probably a little bit more chill. And then I created a couple of challenges last year that I really liked, so I might do that. Maybe one a quarter. That would be fun. Then my other goals are gonna be, I also started this channel a year ago, so it's my anniversary with the channel. I've been here for 1 year. I'll probably do a video about that. But one of the things that I wanted to do is do more writing videos, because I'm also a writer. I've been doing that for a long time now. But I'm more quiet about that. So maybe insert like more videos about that. And also my hobbies. And my hobbies, I think I did maybe 1 or 2 videos about hobbies, and then my hobbies kind of, it was just too much. It's been really difficult to do a lot of my hobby things, so maybe do more of that. But I'll see. I definitely wanna kind of not like I said, burn out. There's a couple of things that I really love doing, and those are the things that I want to focus on and not try and do a lot. If I can do hobby things, I'll post hobby things. Mostly the reading is what I love. The other things are just extras that I might do here and there, but I don't promise anything. And yeah, I think that's it. Mostly my reading goals is like my main focus. I've tried blogging, but honestly I don't think I'm that great. I don't think I have the time, the space, the energy. I have only a certain amount of time that I can film and edit. I have a limited amount of time that it's free right now. So yeah, right now my time is very limited, and I can only do so much with certain amount of hours in a day that I can dedicate to this. So yeah, I'm doing everything I can with that time, but it's not a lot, and I'm okay with that right now. This is the stage that I am in life, and this is what I can give, and this is enough for me for now. Later on I'm gonna have more time. This is just a stage, and I'm gonna be in a different stage later on, so I'm okay with that. I like enjoy my life as it is. I very much believe in living each stage of your life and enjoying it and being fulfilled with that particular part, because it's not gonna be like that forever. And I think that's right now that we're in a new year and everybody's doing their resolutions and everybody's thinking about their goals and their future and all that. I think it's very important to also just be in the present moment and think about what it is right now that you have, and always obviously to be grateful, but also think that this present moment is not gonna be here forever. Whatever stage you're at, even if it's one that you want in the future to change, or if you wish you had more of this or more of that, like I wish I had more time to do more things here to prepare. I also know that one day I will have all that time. So I want to enjoy the other time that I have, the other aspects of my life that I have right now that don't allow me to have time to create more, because those are not gonna be here forever. And one day I will have so much time to create, and I'm gonna be thinking, God, I wish I would have enjoyed that other time more. So I don't wanna be thinking like that in the future. I wanna think, God, I really lived every moment like I should have. I gave my 5 hours a day to this channel as I should have, and then the other 5 I did this like I should have, and then the other 5 I did this other thing like I should have, and I really enjoyed each moment. So that's my goal. That's my thing. That's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, if you see a lot of me, that's great. It means that I have more time. If you don't, it means that I'm enjoying the time that I have doing something else amazing. uh so yeah, don't, like I said, right now I see a lot of people posting, and that's amazing. I'm so happy that they have all this time to do that, and that they're in that stage in their life that they can do that, and I can sit there and watch and enjoy from the other stage of my life that I am at. I think that's also really important, to encourage each other, and not be sad or be envious or be jealous or be like, oh my God, why does she have all that, and why don't I have that time, or what. That's, we're all in different paths, we're all in different journeys. Let's just kind of enjoy whatever each other is doing, and hoping that everybody is doing great, and hoping that everybody is doing fine, and um, reaching out and saying nice things. And if we don't have anything nice to say, not saying anything at all, that always works, um, because social media is nuts. So yeah, anyways, those are my New Year's goals, my TBR. Oh, and I don't think I told you the books that I'm gonna be reading. So my January TBR for my nonfiction. What book am I reading? I'm reading The Mountain Is You. I actually saw this book recommended by Kalila Denson. Yeah, I think Kalila Denson. And I love her videos. She's so fun. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and listen to that one. And yeah, so let's see what I think about that one. And then for my mood read, no, for my physical TBR, I'm reading this Hollow Vows. I got it at a library sale a few months ago, and I've had it on audiobooks for months now, and that's one of the mood reads that I wanted to read for the longest time, and I haven't been able. I've been pushing it and pushing it and pushing it. Finally, I'm adding it to my TBR. For my mood read, I am reading The Seven Veils of Salome from Silvia Moreno Garcia. She became one of my favorite authors last year, so I'm gonna be reading that book of hers. For my diverse authors, I'm gonna be reading Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I have it right there. And I'm also gonna be reading All My Rage by Sabata here. And the last book that I'm gonna be reading is my pick in Spanish, and is Jamás el Fuego Nunca from Edith Latit. This was a recommendation from Jack Edwards, who is also here on YouTube and everywhere. #1 person follow on Goodreads. He is the internet's librarian. Everybody follows him. Everybody knows who he is. If you're following me, you're probably following him, because everybody knows who he is. Nobody knows who I am. So anyways, it was one of his recommendations. I think she's from Argentina. Like I said, I've been wanting to read a lot more in Spanish, because I mostly read in English, even though my first language is Spanish. So anyway, those are the 6 books that I'm picking as a set list for my January TBR. So have you picked the books that you want to read for January? Let me know. Put them right there on the comments. Maybe I can add them to a future TBR. And you can maybe let other people know what you're reading and inspire them maybe to pick those authors up. Let me know if you follow a theme, or you go by mood read, or how do you pick your TBR, and if you have any reading goals for 2025. So anyways, that's it for me. Remember that down there in the description you have all the ways that you can support my channel. I would really appreciate it, and all the ways that you can follow me on socials and all that. Thank you so much for listening. Remember that if you like this, you can like this video, comment, subscribe. If you're watching, why aren't you subscribing? Come on over so you can get notified every time I upload a video, also by clicking that bell. Starting in 2025, I'm gonna be uploading the videos on the weekends, so that I have time to film and edit during the full work week, and then you can enjoy the video on the weekends. So I'm gonna be changing that schedule. So definitely ring that bell so you can get notified when I'm uploading those videos. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this new year helps you keep reading and keep blooming, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.